Hi, this is Ikenke from Blue Steel Auto School, and I'm here today to teach you the proper way to hold the steering wheel. Alright, so you hear a lot of different things from different people about where to hold the steering wheel. Um, some people teach you 3 and 9, some people teach you 1 and 11, some people teach you to hold at the bottom of the wheel. This is mostly for big vehicles like CDL vehicles. But for your regular car, your wheel isn't that huge where you have to hold it like this. So the best place to put your hands on the wheel is 10 and 2. Right? And if you look at this wheel, it's hard to tell, but there's like a little bump here right on the underside of the wheel. This is a good place for you to rest your thumbs. You should have your thumbs resting inside the wheel, kind of pointing towards each other, like this. Right? And so from here, you can turn the wheel equally. Right? You can turn the wheel equally in each direction, right? This way or this way. Right? And you can reach the wipers if necessary. You don't need the wipers unless it's raining, obviously. Most of the time you're going to reach the signals. You don't want to take your whole hand off the wheel to use either lever. Actually, you can end up putting too much force on it and breaking it. Right? And also, you don't want to drive with one hand. You want to drive with both hands on the wheel most of the time. So from this position, you can just click. You can click down for left and up for right. And the middle is off, right? When you're not using the signal, you cancel it. And you can do all of that while keeping your hands on the wheel and just clicking with your fingers. Right? When it's time to turn the wheel, you want to turn hand over hand. I know people from some other countries are taught push-pull. Push-pull is like this. This takes too long to turn the wheel. Right? You actually want to turn the wheel hand over hand. And the people from other countries are afraid that you're going to lock your arms. You're not going to lock your arms unless you purposely lock your arms. All you got to do is switch. Right? You just switch. When one hand gets to the side, your other hand comes to the top. And you just do hand over hand turning like this. You don't want to lock your arms like this because now the wheel can turn more, but you can't. Right? But it's not the wheel that forced you to lock your arms. You lock your own arms. All you got to do is keep switching. Right? Just switch. Go to the top and to the side. That's all you got to do. And then you could turn the wheel much faster and more accurately. Right? So you want to know how to turn the wheel quickly and be able to return it properly. Right? If you turn it on the way into a turn, you should also turn it on the way out of the turn. So if you do one circle in, you hold it for a moment, you do one circle out. Right? And usually it's a little faster in and a little slower out. But it's still, you put in one, you take out one. Right? For most cars, there's roughly 3 turns in the wheel. So if you know, you're all the way at the end. So I'm going to turn this wheel all the way to the end where it's about to lock. And this is just for your own pockets. They don't really care on the road test, but you don't want to lock the wheel. You don't want to fully lock the wheel. It's not good for your car. Right? It can mess up a lot of things that can end up sending you to the shop and costing you money. Right? So you want to nearly lock the wheel, but not fully lock the wheel. Right? So now you have the wheel near the end. Right? It's going to take 3 almost full circles to get to the other end. So if I start turning, so that's 1 turn, 2 turns. Now I'm nearing the end of my 3rd turn. And it's about to lock on the other side, but I don't want to fully lock it. Right? Now if I want to get back to the middle, I know it's going to take me 3 turns, or roughly 3 turns to get to the other side. Half of 3 is 1.5, so if I want to stop halfway, I have to cut 3 in half. Right? So this is not centering the wheel because I only did roughly half a turn. Right? I have to do 1 more turn, and now the wheel is back in the center. Right? So some cars will have a little bit less than 3 turns, a little bit more than 3 turns, but generally it's about 3 turns total from one side to the other. Right? And remember, on the test, 2 hands on the wheel. Right? If you get on the test driving like this, they're gonna fail you. Right? And just for your own information, This is just dangerous because if you get into an emergency situation and you have to quickly turn the wheel in either direction, you should have both hands on the wheel ready to go in either direction, and you can avoid an emergency more easily. So the way you learn to drive for the road test is actually the way you should drive all the time. Most of the things on the road test, they're taught to you like that for a reason. It's not just to annoy you, right? There's a purpose behind every method that is taught on the road test. So just understand those things. So please let us know if you have any questions. You can give us likes or comments. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and that way you'll know when other videos